a big issue about looking over there. Now, am I in the right place? I don't want to be getting off camera. Okay, now here we go. All right, so we're talking real estate. We're talking about sphere of influence. We're talking about becoming, you're branding yourself in real estate. And that's something that I teach. And I also teach you about earning or generating leads continuously by referral and using your sphere of influence. Sphere of influence is the people that you know. That's so and so important. So we're going back. Let me just write this down so you guys can see. Like maybe you guys want to see later on. Let's take a look here. Real estate referrals close at, let's just say 80%. And internet leads are closed at 10%, 10 to 15%. Okay. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. And so just by putting in your foundation, by starting out right in real estate, this can just help you so much. So when you get started, don't just get started. Hey, do you want to buy a house? Because of course you're gonna, once you put your Facebook post, I just got my real estate license. Does anybody need to buy a house? And then you're gonna like, oh, I need to go here. I need to go there. I need to go there. And so what happens? You get running like a little rat. You get running. You haven't even set up your foundation. That's why we want you to slow down. Hold on. Let's get your database right. Because we're in this for the long haul. Now, if you're just in it, if you're on the side, you're doing like a little side hustle or something, you want to help, maybe get a closing here or a closing there, this is most likely not going to be the class for you. This class is going to be for someone who really wants to make a six-figure income or more, because it's really the sky's the limit, but wants to put in that work. And we're going to get strategic. We're not going to be just second guessing and doing does this work or does that work? Or no, we're going to use a plan of attack. We're going to use a strategy so that you can be successful. You're going to learn from the things that I've done in the last 15 years. I remember my first year in real estate. I started at I can't say how. I started at a brokerage, and I guess how much money I made the first year. Let me just put right here. I'm going to put it right here. Yeah, that's how much money I made. My first year, I made $0. Zero. Big fat zero. A big fat zero. And that's just the pain because I was a young guy. I was 25, 26 years old or something. And I thought I knew it all in real estate. I read a couple of books and I was like, I got this. Don't even worry about it. I just want to get 100% commission. And I made 100% of nothing. So yeah, there's a lot of good brokers out there. I'm not the only good broker. Just get someone that has the time, that really has the time to train you, really has the time to sit with you and mentor you, get you in that right direction. You're gonna get off course a few times. I mean, you're just humans here. You're gonna get off course. You gotta get that broker that, hey, what are you doing over there? I do it all the time with Rose. Hey, what are you doing? I mean, let's get some consistency here, brother. And they don't understand. They're like, yeah, I'm sorry. So I'm not the only good broker out there. There's a lot of good brokers out there. Keller Williams, Remax. I was with Remax my second year, and I was trained by one of the best, Brian Buffini. I was trained by him. So I think I paid like $30,000 for that class. So yeah, you're gonna learn, and it's a part of the process. So let's get back into some training here. We talked about in the first class session about what is real estate, different avenues to go down to. If you want to get into investing, wholesaling, you want to get into commercial, you want to get into just either doing apartment complexes, shopping centers. This is all part of commercial, of course. Now that's another class that I offer is commercial real estate training. So we have a variety of ways to go. Okay, so what are some other good things? Let's take a look at my notes so I don't just be jibber jabbing here. Okay, what can this is a good question. One of the other people asked, what can I really expect to make? I mean, no bullshitting aside. Give me the real hard deal, Alan. No bullshit. How much can I make? Okay, so I'll give you a real scenario. that just happened recently. I had a realtor sign up. You may know him because I'm always doing the advertising for him. He's a good dude. He just started. Great guy. He's a pilot, so I'm gonna put that little hint out there as well. But within 1 week, he made himself about $10,000, and that's on a closing he had off Walton, I believe. Yeah, off of Walton, and then he made he did another sale. So in 1 month, you can make $20,000 if just following the things that I do, just really doing this, following the things that I have learned. So yeah, and if anybody wants to see my HUD statements, the HUD statements are basically when you go to closing to sell a house. I think that's important. Yeah, when you get with somebody, you decide to go under their wing. Ask them, hey, show me some of your closings. Like, no bullshit. Don't tell me your words. How much money are you making? And show me this check. Let's see what you got. Then yeah, you got $20,000, $30,000 in 1 month and a couple of closings. Okay, this guy seems okay. Come on, you can teach me. But if he's making 2,000 here, or 0, or 5,000, I don't know, brother. I can go to work and just working for a regular job here and make $5,000. That's about the case. That's all the case. So, I'm not trying to toot my horn. I'm just giving you the real deal. Screw all the bullshit. Let's be real. Can you make $100,000? Can you make 200, 500,000? Yes, you can. Now, money will not bring you happiness. Because I'm a stoic. I believe in a philosophy called stoicism. It's not going to make you happy, but it will bring you some happiness. It will bring you some stuff. It will bring you some happiness, not eternal happiness, but you will have some good times with money. It makes a lot of things. It makes things much easier. It solves problems. And so, yes, you need to be comfortable. Do you deserve a better life? I think so. And look, this is a good story about me is I come from nothing. I literally come from food stamps and Section 8 and bullshit. You can't get worse than me. I'm from no father. Mom left me at home when I was 4 years old by myself. So I love my mom. I love her to death, but she only could do whatever she can do, I give it to her, man. She was a gay mom. My mom's gay, Mom's gay. She just wanted to have a kid, and here I am, and she had to work as a security guard at night. So I had to do whatever I had to do, I had to survive. I learned young. Hey, I remember one time, one of my things that impacted me in my life, I think, was one time we were getting evicted out of our apartments in the Versailles over there behind Northline Mall, or what used to be Northline Mall. These are Section 8 apartments, run down. We got broken into a variety of times. It's cars got broken. I remember every morning before I would go to school is that worried about if we had a car. If not, I had to take the bus or walk. I remember being 6 or 7 years old, taking the Metro bus, the city bus. I got some messages here. I remember taking the Metro bus and being a baby. You're 6, 7 years old? I fell asleep on the bus. He had to tell me what to do. He's like, yeah, get off here. And I remember I was going to, I forgot what elementary that was, but it's been a while. But anyways, yeah, I had a hell of a life. And I'm not telling you that to feel sorry for me. I'm telling you that to let you know that if I can do it, you can do it. The sky is the limit for you. It really is. Forget the bullshit. I love saying that. Forget the bullshit. Tell me straight. I'm telling you straight. You can't get any worse than. I had the worst. I was rolling around. I never done drugs or anything, but I was surrounded with drugs. And surrounded. Surrounded. I remember when they're passing around lines of coke and marijuana everywhere, But I was just that's not for me. It wasn't for me. Got a lot of calls here. Hold on one second. A couple calls. Oh, this guy here. All right. Yeah, okay, I'll teach you that. Let's take a look. Let's keep on rolling. Now, remember, I can do it. You can do it. I ain't shit. I wasn't anyways. How much time will it take? Okay. How much time will it take? That's a good question. And I think it really matters. If it depends on the person. I can get someone rolling if they give me 100%. If they give me 110%, I can get them rolling 2 or 3 months. 2 months. That's in general now because like old Travis, he closed his. I got him a new realtor. He closed his in a week. He made his $10,000 in a week, and another 10 like later on or within a month. So, it really depends. How much time do you have to give to me so I can train you? Now, I don't take everybody. That's for damn sure because there's only one me. So there's only one of me, and I don't have like a huge team here. It's just me. I'm going to teach you directly how to make money in real estate. Period. I don't know what else to say. Jesus Christ. I see people giving money to people that don't have a license, never been in real estate. I have 15 years. I'm licensed to train and supervise realtors. I'm like, what more can you get? What more can you ask? Like Jesus Christ. But I'm not gonna. Let's keep going. Let's keep going here. All right, let's see here. Why is mentorship so important? I mean, seriously, why is it so important? I mean, we get personal trainers. We pay them at $50 an hour to show us how to exercise. I think that's one big example. They show us how to exercise the correct way to maximize productivity. Or sometimes there may be even like an electrician will work under a journeyman or a supervisor. Same thing. Even when a doctor becomes a doctor, he just doesn't go right into surgery. He has to, do his whatever that's called whenever he steps into the hospital, and he works under other doctors. It's the same thing. There's going to be so many things that they don't teach you in school. They're not going to teach you these things. In fact, to be honest, Texas Real Estate Commission and probably all the other states here, they don't care about you making money. They do not care at all. Oops. Let me put that back up. Let me put this one here. They don't care about you making money at all. That's for sure. All they care about is that you don't screw any clients over and you don't break the law. And that's 100% true. You can ask any realtor that. They're not telling you in class, hey, how do you get new leads and how do you generate more leads and how do you convert those and sphere of influence and conversion rates and tell me about commercial and your cap rates. No, they don't give a damn. When you get your real estate license, all they're going to tell you is like rules, ethics, and don't fuck anybody over. I mean, I hate to be so bland and so frank with you guys, but that's what it is. I mean, you just ask them that. You can ask any realtor that. What else is there? Let's take a look here. Close one of my screens down. Hold on one second. Have a technical issue there. Technical issue. All right, where are we at? All righty. Sales leads, notes, and oh boy. Okay, here we go. And add this screen, which is here somewhere. No. Let's say add source, screen capture, window capture. Excuse me, folks. Evernote. And it's somewhere here. Oh, shit. Oh, well. All right. Well, I don't need that anyways. I can use a chalkboard. Don't want to hold you guys up. I know time is money, and I think that's one of my pet peeves. It's what I live by. It's not. I shouldn't say pet peeves. It's like, yeah, it's what I live by. Time is definitely money. It's something that you cannot get back. It's actually more valuable than money. Can't get your time back. And by having a mentor, I'm not the only mentor in real estate. It's a lot of other ones that you can go with. But I am one of the best. I am one that you probably know, and that I can teach you. I have like top of the line technology and classes online, Skyping and Zooming. So some big benefits by working here with us at HP Agents or becoming a student. We have new classes online to get your real estate license here at HP Agents, Texas real estate license, and we have all the other states as well. So if you're interested in getting your real estate license, we can help you with that. We got it. It's only for it's cheap now. It's like $4.99. Then you have some books and stuff you need, maybe another 200 bucks, 700 bucks can really change your life. But the main concept I want to do is bring you on over and kind of like step you in and mentor you into a journey of where you can be very successful in life. Very successful in real estate life, should I say, because money's not going to bring you everything. It really isn't. Let's take a look. How much time? Why is it important? Okay, yeah. Oh, that's another thing. So, like in real estate, I mean, you're dealing with people's money. You're dealing with people's lives. So what that happens, a bunch of liabilities can happen. And I have a couple of courses that are part of this program that teach you how to stay out of trouble, not only with the Texas Real Estate Commission, but that means, the state that supervises realtors or, real estate dealings, but staying out of the court system, out of lawsuits. You can really end up in a lawsuit really quickly. You can do it pretty quickly. You can get in trouble in real estate by doing things wrong and not intentionally. You can get in trouble just simply by, I'll give you an example. One realtor that's not a part affiliated with us, I can't say his or her name, but she didn't turn in the option period money on time. She turned it in on the 5th day, and it's only a 3-day period. It's a 3-day little grace period. So she went into contract, buyer and seller agreed, hey, we want to buy that house. Buyer says, okay, hey, I want to get this property, but I want a 10-day option period, which allows me to back out of the contract for free. Well, it costs $100 or could be a couple of $100. But that option check, the money the realtor had, and she went on vacation, came back from vacation, and she turned in the earnest money, the option period money, in late on the 5th day. You see where I'm going now? Well, the realtor on the opposing side, the seller says, hey, I'm sorry, but you turned in your option fee late. Now we're locked into contract. The earnest money, if they decide to back out, in which they did, they tried to back out because the inspection was bad. The buyer said, hey, I don't really want this house because the inspection has too many things on it. Well, that's when there's no option period. There's no option to get out of house contract free because the option period money wasn't turned in. So what happens? That was a realtor, not a broker. Client says, hey, I wanted to get out. I gave you the option fee. How come you didn't turn it in? She said, I went on vacation. And so she goes, well, let me talk to your supervisor, which is a broker, her broker, not me. They have insurance, make a claim, which is like $2,500 to $5,000 for the claim. And then it just goes on the court system. That broker just said, screw it, paid the little $2,000 because it was less than going to court and paying the deductible. So this is just one thing about how crazy real estate can really get. Real estate can get you in some hot water. Like there's no friends really in real estate. There's no, your best friends. You cannot trust a handshake. This isn't the 60s or the 30s or 50s anymore. None of that BS, none of that bullshit. I mean, what matters in real estate is black and white. If it's not written, it doesn't exist. Write that down. If it's not written, it doesn't exist. Oh yeah, you can include the fancy chandelier. Oh yeah, you can include the rug. Yeah, no problem. Check, man. No, sir. Hold on. Wait. No. Let me write this down. Put this in a non-royalty item. Here you go. Just put your name, sign right here. See there? I mean, there's so many things in real estate that I have to teach you. And not only about making money, but making money, staying out of hot water, continuously giving good service, giving that good service. People keep on referring business because they see you are the man to go to in real estate. Because you keep on giving that good service and you branding yourself every single day. How do you brand yourself? And that's something we talk about. That's something we talk about in the real estate class at HP Agents. There's a link here below. If you'd like to learn more, it's just like a no bullshitting class. It's not one of those get rich schemes that you think I'm going to make a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire in 6 months. Or I'm going to give this guy some money and solve all my problems. No, you're going to take the class. You're going to give me some money, and then you're going to make a crap load of money off that stuff that I teach you. And that's just true. If you don't make it, it's because something you did. It's something you did. You're not doing. Yeah, like they're just almost impossible for you not to make money in what I teach you. It's just impossible. Whatever avenue you decide to go down to. So, anyways, let me open up this guy here a little bit bigger. Okay, that's your foundation, becoming the go-to guy. We talk about branding. We talk about branding, being the go-to person. So one of the things that I teach you, I think that's why I get so many referrals all the time. I go like this because these referrals come in and out. This is not like a dance, even though I can dance pretty good. But no, this is the referrals coming in and out all the time. Just continuously over the last 15 years, staying in contact with my close clients, meeting those people, going to places, doing podcasts, doing social media, having a strategy. Not just, hey, I see this cool picture. Oh shit, I want to do this cool picture. Oh wow, I see a TV. What I'm eating. No, you know what? Let's have a strategy. We have a schedule at 8 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock. What goes out, and let's set this up. Let's set it up for the week, or let's set it up for 2 weeks or a month. Sounds good? Then I'll show you how to do this, where it does it constantly. It does it for you, and then you can sit back and let those referrals come in. And referrals are what? Referrals are money. Referrals are money. These are you're not selling Cracker Jacks here. You're selling homes. And I don't sell $100,000 to $200,000 houses. You know I don't. If you look at my stuff, it's 300, 500, million. So yeah, that's like when you get these, you get minimum of $10,000 commission. Minimum. I'm not gonna mess around. I'm gonna teach you that too. Is that let's try to get into a different audience, and I'm gonna show you how to get into that audience. You're gonna say, well, I don't know any of those people. I'm gonna show you where they hang out. I'm gonna show you where they're at. I'm gonna show you how to interact with them. I'm gonna show you how to talk with them. Because it's so important. Marketing. Yes, I love. Let's just take one thing here. Like you want to change, but you want to change in your life, but you don't want to change. Really, no bullshitting again. Say it to yourself. Yeah, I want to change. I want to change in life, but I don't want to make a change. What are you changing? It's interesting, man. It really is if you think about it. All these people that are bullshitting, complainers. And that's another thing I talk about in these classes about staying positive, eliminating negativity. Yeah, staying positive, eliminating negativity. And when I say negative people that are around you, even sometimes your family, even the people that you love, the family, the people that you love, you have to eliminate. You have to love them from afar, from way over here. From way over, you can love them over here. Hey, Uncle so-and-so, I love you, but I'm going to be over here. We're going to eliminate those people. That's a part of the mentoring. It's like, hey, I want to get you right. How about it? Here goes another tip for you. I'll throw in another one, a free one. Do this today, it'll change your entire life. Every single negative post that you see, if you have to be, I know dopamine releases when you go and checking Facebook and Instagram. It's dopamine being released in your brain. That's just a fact. Google that. That's why you're addicted, and you don't even know why you're addicted. Why do you have to check Facebook and Instagram all the time? It's a dopamine release. It's a drug being released. Same kind of high when you're like smoking drugs or something, Dopamine, pleasure. It's true. I'm not bullshitting you. This is 100% true. Like, if you have to check Facebook and Instagram, when you're going down your feed, you see complainers. Oh man, fuck that, fuck him, fuck that. I'm going out to the club. I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to go do a so-and-so. Every single, you go to the little thing. I should do it right now for you, actually, but I'm not going to get so personal on that. A little hover, say unfollow that person's statuses. Every single person that's putting negativity in your life, and you come through that feed, it's going into your mentality. And we only have so much energy to give out. We only have so much spirit. It's like somebody nagging at you. nagging at you or saying negative things. We don't want that. We do not want that. And you're like, what does this have to do with real estate? Everything. It has to do with everything. It's part of your job, the way you feel. If you feel happy, and you're doing calls, they can feel it. It's another class that I talk about. They're doing it, mastering cold calls. Mastering those calls. Being in the right state of mind, that mindset, how you see the world. And how you see the world gets affected by what you see and what you hear and what you read. You see that? This is straight. This kind of studies and the kind of stuff that I've learned over the last 15 years that's helped me be successful. And yes, I'm not a millionaire yet, but doing good, doing great. I'm able to travel the world debt free. I don't have any debt at all. Nothing. I don't owe one penny, not even any. This guy owed $8 yesterday. I was like, hold on, let me tell you. I don't like owing anybody. Not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm showing you that I'm going to give you the right direction to go to in life. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's like, it just amazes me that sometimes, and like somebody will give a person that they don't know a class when they take a class, but somebody that they do know and see them doing it and selling houses all the time, they're skeptical. I'm like, yeah. Anyways, we do offer a money-back guarantee. You don't like it for any reason, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, smoke signal, whatever you want to do. I'll get you that money back within usually 12 hours. I got the phone right here. You do Zelle, PayPal, refund. We don't want unhappy. If you don't learn from us at HP Agents, no worries. We don't want, hey, on your way, don't worry about it. You won't have to pay us anymore. But if you do, and you will make money if you do the system. That's what I have to say about that. Anyways, let's talk about some more. Let's see what else we got here. Got any questions or anything? If you guys got any questions, like I can see the questions right here on the screen. So if you have anything, pop it up. We'll talk about it. I want to get you guys educated. I want to talk about real estate. I love talking about it. So, just send them right on through. Let's take a look here. Oops. Evernote. I use Evernote. It's another thing we talk about. Okay. Okay, there. You are a business. Okay. We talked about that too. Where do we find sellers? Old clients, wholesaling. We talked about wholesaling a bit. Okay, we'll talk about wholesaling just a bit more. Because I know some people out there that do not have a license in real estate and they don't maybe want to take the time. Or maybe they do have, maybe they are a realtor and they decide to switch over and get into wholesaling. So if you go to HP Agents, go over to courses, go into wholesaling. There's a class on that I teach on wholesaling. Wholesaling in general, we'll talk about it again. Wholesaling in general is going to be basically buying something dirt ass cheap and buying it dirt ass cheap, and then we're going to sell to investors, and then they're going to fix it and do their own thing and then sell it. So for instance, it's worth 100. You bought it for 60. You sell it to an investor for 70. He puts another 10 in it. Has 80 in it now. He sells it for 100. He makes $20,000. A lot of times, people who are doing wholesalings will get these deals. Man, I got all kinds of buzzes going in here. Let me turn this thing off. Okay, so a lot of wholesalers will take those, instead of selling them to investors, it's just too much of a slam dunk deal. They're just too much of a slam dunk deal. They don't want to give that property away. They're like, if I can make $50,000 instead of 10 or 20, why not do it? So I should say 40. So they bought it for, let's say 50. They're going to sell for 100, but they got to put 10 in it, for paint. They got to paint, carpet, whatever the case may be, sheetrock repair, refrigerator, whatever that case may be. They're like, well, I don't have any money, Alan. I'm like, okay, no worries. Since you got a great deal on the property, I'll give you some training where to get that money. It's not free, because I hate when I hear these little gimmicks about how to fix houses free. What happens is that the banks say, okay, lenders, hard money lenders, medium money lenders will say, look, I'll be your partner on this and I'm going to charge you higher interest. You see, he's like, okay, I'll be hard money and medium money, not your conventional bankers. Conventional bankers really don't like doing this kind of stuff. It's a little bit more complicated. Like when I say conventional, I should break it down to you guys. Conventional, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, the big guys, the big banks, regular conventional banks. But there's medium money and hard money. These are people with a lot of money in cash that say, hey, look, I see you got that deal over there. I need to make some more money than versus my 2% in the bank on a CD. Why don't you let me give you, 20 grand. You pay me 10% on that, and plus some points, which is they call loan origination points. You'll get that mixed up with, I don't want to go too, but basically some points. But what happens is that hard money or medium money person becomes a partner now. And that's how I got started because I was broke. I didn't have any money. I didn't know what to do, and I needed like $300,000. I was like, oh shit, I got a hell of a deal. It was a big piece of land, and I got it dirt cheap. And I don't have that money to do the construction. Well, it's like, okay, no worries, Alan. I see you got that. I tell you what, give me 10% of that money. Give me 10% interest on my money that I lend you as I lend it to you, plus some points. So, you pay me $9,000 at closing. We just add it to what I borrowed, so now it's 309, because I had such a great deal. It was worth about $600,000, just the land itself. He's like, I'll lend you a couple hundred, So what happens is they don't lend you all that money up front. They're like, oh, here's 300 grand. Take off to damn Bahamas. Like right now, I'm in Dominican Republic as we speak. I'm enjoying this Punta Cana. It's just absolutely beautiful and stunning. Anybody wants to come down? Got a couple of places here I just bought dirt cheap. Anywho, God, I got off subject there. Anywho's, okay. So he's like, you know what? He's gonna lend me that 200 grand to build this house at 10%. He's gonna make money and I'm gonna make money, and that's the way you have to see it. That hard money and that medium money person, they're your partners. Not, they're not. Yeah, a bank will give you 3% interest, but they're not gonna only if they're very, very secure that you're not gonna foreclose. When there's more risk involved, there's higher interest. When there's more risk involved, higher interest. That's just for everything. You can go back to conventional lender and you got a 580 versus me. I have an 818 credit score. They give it to me, 2%. And 580, you're going to get 7%. Higher risk. He has higher risk. He's not very responsible. He's not paying his bills on time. 818, this person's not bullshitting. He is super responsible. Me. And it took me so long to build that credit up. It really did. I have a good credit line with the banks. I have a good experience. I have a good resume with building and flipping homes. And I think it really helped. It did help, is to be able to analyze properties, analyze them quickly, being able to act on a deal because I was able to analyze it quickly using our system, lock the property down within, one day of a house being on the market, because I know I'm like the master of an area. So I'll lock that property down because I'm so good at analyzing the numbers and mastering my farm areas. And something that we learn about mastering farm areas. Now, when you say farm areas, don't think you're going to be going to the farm or something. Farming is an area that you specialize in. What happens, these are little seeds that you plant. You plant these seeds, and over years, they grow, and then eventually you cut them and you eat them, which is money in your pocket. Okay? That's what happens. A farm area is just like an area, a neighborhood that you specialize. My farm areas are Heights and Montrose and Edo. Mostly because I'm from the Heights. I was born and raised in Houston Heights. And, I did a little bit of living in Edo, probably about 7 years. And that was fun, actually. That was really cool. Edo was something else. It's a different animal out there. But anyways, So we talked about wholesaling, where to get that money in wholesaling. And we're going to talk about, we talk, of course, in detail at HP Agents. At the course, no, actually, the link here is going to take you to the Getting Started in Real Estate. But if you're interested in wholesaling, go to that page and go to courses and wholesale there. Now, one of my best wholesale deals, no bullshitting again, I love for anybody to top my wholesale deal. I had it at 1.7 million locked under contract, sold it for 1.83 million for $130,000 in profit, and I got the HUD to prove it. You know, so I got the HUD, I got the closing statement. You know, that's what I say. People that are wholesaling, show me the closing statements. What do you got? Show me what your deals are. You know. So yeah, it's just a part of, and I was able to lock that deal down because it was 20,000 square feet of land in Montrose, and I knew I could wholesale that out for $90 a foot. It was a land deal, land deal. I got it under contract for X amount of per square foot. Took it over to builder. I got it. You want it? Give me this. He's like, hell yes, I'll take that because there's not lots of big land available continuously. You see. So what I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm telling you, master these areas. Master your area that you want to get involved in real estate. Why? Because when those numbers come up, when a deal comes up your way, it's going to come fast. It's going to come fast. And you have to understand how to react. You cannot be scared. You have to have some loopholes in that contract in case you do need to have to back out and you have minimal losses, maybe a few $100. When you're dealing with millions of dollars, they're not going to take $100 option. You're going to take like $500 option, something like that. Maybe $250, $300. But be prepared. Sometimes we gotta, you're gonna win big and you'll lose a little bit. But I teach you these little loopholes to get you out of contract just in case some kind of bullshit happens. So we talked about wholesaling. We talked about residential real estate. Let's talk a little bit about another class that I have called commercial real estate, getting started in commercial real estate. What is it? How do I get started? What to expect? Now, commercial real estate is a total different animal. Number one, I want you to know. The number one thing I want you to know, getting started in real estate, commercial real estate, you're not going to get paid from 3 to 6 months. So make sure that you understand that you will not have a paycheck for 3 to 6 months. It just takes a long time. The appraisal itself takes a month, sometimes even longer. So yeah, it takes a long time if you want to get started in commercial real estate. That's the first thing. So what happens if you need to do that, if you want to get started in commercial real estate and don't want to jump into residential, I don't recommend it because you're going to need a good cushion of money. You're going to need 6 months of money just in that pocket, in your bank account, so that you can pay your bills, get something under contract within 2 months, and then hopefully close within 60 or 90 days, which is 2 months, 3 months. So you see how this is 2 plus 3, you're at 5 months without one. But when you get that paycheck, you're going to get, $3 million deal, which is the average for commercial in Houston or in Texas, $90,000. So let's talk about it. What is commercial real estate? What is it different than residential? What's the difference? So usually in commercial, it's going to be about money. It's going to be about a income stream, a flow. Somebody's going to want an income stream. They're going to want this flow coming in. Where does this stream come from? It comes from renters, people who keep renting. They keep renting and paying that monthly payment. Like, okay, yes, I love it. Now, how do they evaluate? How do they evaluate the income stream? There's a couple of different techniques that they go by. A lot of them go by a cap rate. Cap rate is just basically an overall estimate. It's not that great. It's not that great of a measurement, but you'll hear that a lot in commercial real estate. You'll say, oh, what's cap rate on it? And what class is it? So class A, B, C, and D, which A is like a badass building that just got built. It's new. It's up to date. Prime real estate, beautiful. Then of course, as you can guess, B is it's okay. It looks pretty good. Great, good condition. Maybe built in 2010, 10 years ago. It's got some dust on it, but then we got class C. Whoa, hold on. Hold on, class C. Class C minus. Oh shit, that's like it's rough around the edges. Maybe a little bit more urban. They'll have a little more, it's going to be rough. Maybe some Section 8 folks in there, people that don't pay their. Why do I bring that up? Why does it matter? You got Class A. People are going to have their payments on automatic payment. They are safe. And it goes safe. In Class B, they're going to have pay their stuff. Maybe white collar clients. And when I say clients, they're your tenants. They're still going to pay on time. They stay pay on time. A little bit of a headache every now and then. Hey, Alan, come fix this window or something. And then you have Class C. Oh shit. Class C is where like shit. I mean, gunfire sometimes, all kinds of stick kids and dogs and all. But what happens? Why would anybody ever get in Class C? Why? Think about it. Why would anybody go in Class C? Does anybody have the answer to that? I'm going to tell you right now. Class C is basically the highest risk of a commercial property. But remember we talked about where there's risk, there's reward. And the higher risk, the higher that cap rate. The higher cap rate, the more money you get. Less headaches, less risk, less money. And that's just true. Less risk, less money when it comes to commercial. More risk, more money. More like risk gets the reward, risk gets the reward. You get more of a headache though. So I have a lot of commercial clients that just like, I don't want to mess with Class C. Yes, I can get 12% of my money. But do I really want to go, knock on these doors and bang and get the money? And yeah, I get 12, 13, 15%, even heard 20% sometimes. But is it worth it? Is it actually worth it? So that's where it comes in. Talking about commercial real estate. I should do that. I should write something down here. We're talking about commercial. Uh-oh. I don't have that pen yet, so you got to bear with me. Commercial. I have the ugliest handwriting ever. Well, because I'm using my finger. Commercial. Wink. This is disgusting. So anyways, we're talking about commercial real estate. We talked about different avenues and how they evaluate it. We're using a cap rate and how the cap rate is developed. Basically, the sales price divided by the income that's coming in. So I'll make it easy for you. $1 million is generating $100,000 in income. You got a 10% cap rate. Okay, you got $1 million being $50,000 in income, and you got 5% cap rate, minus all the expenses. Okay, so like you gotta pay your taxes, you gotta pay insurance, all that good stuff. That's where you get the cap rate. It doesn't cover your mortgage now. That's where a lot of people mess up. Well, hold on, wait a minute, Alan. You're telling me I have I'm making 50 grand, but I have to pay 37 to the bank. Well, no shit. They're the bank. They just put $2 or $3 million down. They paid three. The bank is the one who forked over $3 million. They gotta answer to their shareholders. Hey, what are you doing with my money? Banks are in the business. Yeah, they're lending money for cash. Get it? It's not rocket science, man. Anyways, so some different types of products in commercial are going to be like strip centers were super popular. Apartments now are becoming probably the king right now. Apartments complexes are so in high demand now because there's not a lot of places to rent that are reasonably priced. Number one. Number two, because of COVID-19, what's going on with COVID-19, a lot of the forecast for next year, 2021, is that they're going to see a lot of the big boxes like Walmart or whatever, Toys R Us, wherever the hell, all these different places are going to be shutting down because they have to restructure or shut down, close stores down. That's a fact. It's not like a guess. I mean, they're going to shut down. So that's why a lot of investors are now moving over to apartment complexes because they know that's stable. And then it spreads that risk out. It's another thing about, I think that's instead of naming it commercial, I think they should name it risk class, because that's what it really comes down to is risk. The reason why I bring that up is because, we're going to spread our risk out. So let's say, for instance, in a shopping center, it has 7 tenants and it's $4 million. Let's just make it easy. Let's say it's $10 million. No, you know what? Let's say we got one shopping center. We got 10 tenants, all equally sized, and we bought it for 10 mil. Okay, and it's generating $100,000. Or just make it reasonable. Let's say $1 million a year net operating income. And all right, so it makes a good 10%, 10% cap rate. But what happens when one of these people will move out? So one of the tenants. So now we got $900,000 in income. Our cap rate went down to 9%. What happens when two or three of them? Okay, you see where that risk comes in. If people move out, then you have an empty place. That mortgage still has to be paid. The mortgage still has to be paid. Yeah. So you still have to fork it out. If everybody moves out, you're in trouble. That's where that risk comes in. Class A, B, C, whatever the case may be. Oh, it doesn't happen in A that much, but it does happen. Anywho, the reason why I bring that up is so when you have an apartment complex, now you have that $10 million asset income, generating income. Remember, you don't live in this shopping center. All you have is this income stream coming in. And that's what people want. You want this income coming in. So now we spread this instead of 10 tenants in this shopping center. Now we got 100 tenants. Now, what's the odds of all these 100 tenants moving out? Very slim, right? Very, very slim. Maybe 20 of them, which we call a vacancy rate. We'll talk about that in the commercial class. If you want the commercial class, go over to HP Agents. Oh, here. No, move over here. HP, I can learn how to do this. HP Agents right here. Go to the courses. It's got a little header, and it's a commercial class. And I teach a very, very detailed class on commercial real estate there at the course. And it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You don't like it, you didn't learn, send me a text, message, whatever. Within a couple hours, you'll probably get all your money back. Look at the computer now. On the little phone. I just Zelle you, PayPal you. No biggie. I don't want to upset clients. No biggie. We're talking about that. So we talked about some risk in real estate. We talked about cap rates. We talked about net operating income. No, I don't think we talked about net operating income. But net operating income is just basically you're taking all the income you out and the net. What am I actually keeping here? What am I taking home? The net, the income minus the expenses. That's how much I want to net. Then we take then we take a look again. We go into more details. How much is it after debt service, aka the payment? I don't know why they make these fancy terms in commercial, but it's ridiculous. But I have to teach you what you're going to hear. Debt service. Oh, that's stupid. It's your payment, it's your mortgage payment due. And so anyways, how much you actually take. Then we take it into more detail. How much do I get to keep? Because it's not about what I earn, but it's what I keep because Uncle Sam is going to want his money. Then we talk about that. Because that's what's really important, how much money you're able to keep in your pocket. And then you keep doing it, and that's what's so important, And that's what's so cool about real estate is that you can keep growing and taking that money you're generating and put it into another one. You're like, wow, I'm making, you can start off making $2,000 a month. I'm not doing anything. I'm making $2,000 a month. I mean, it's just coming in. You know what? Let's double that. Let's go find another one, Oh, wow, I'm making $5,000 a month. I'm not doing anything. And it's not rocket science. It's just like, hey, knowing how to evaluate a property, knowing how to negotiate, knowing how to get the right price, where to get the money, and then getting the deal done and keeping those tenants satisfied, and then repeating the process. It's actually true. It's actually true. So, all right, let me get my notes out. We're having a great discussion on commercial real estate. Let me see here. What else should we know about? We talked about that comps, platforms. Okay. Okay. So how do I find buyers and sellers, whether it be in commercial or whether it be in residential? Where do I find these buyers? What we talked about in the first class with the sphere of influence, the people that you know. And not necessarily these people in the sphere of influence, people that you come in contact with every month. They're not going to be necessarily people that are going to be buying from you. These are going to be people that are going to be referring business to you constantly. And so we have to mesmerize their mindset. We have to change their mindset when they think real estate or investment or commercial or whatever service you provide, they need to thank you. And so what we do at HP Agents is teach you how to use a system to systematically change their mindset to know that when they hear real estate, they thank you. It's not like we kind of like make a guess or something, like, no, we have a system in place that you have to abide by. And we use systems, and talking about systems, let's move into systems and having, what is a system? Is it just like a set of note cards, or what do you use? What we use is a CRM. CRM, let me see if I can write that down. In fact, let me get here. And a CRM. Okay? A client relationship management tool. That's what we use. Client relationship management tool. Why do you need it? And I think a lot of people, when they first get started, they don't use a CRM, and that's their main problem, is that they don't take time to get set up. So a client relationship management tool basically puts people into place, and will put all your people, your sphere of influence, into a computer system, and then assigns a plan of an attack for each of those persons. You're like, well, I can just put like an Excel spreadsheet, Alan. I can just put the names here, and then, I can just, put like a little system, put little tabs and stuff, and then I'll send an email out, on 1 week, I'll do it on the first, and then I can just do it like that. No. This is 2020, almost 2021. I hate 2020, but no, this is not what we're gonna do. What we're gonna teach you is about putting people into a computer system and says, hey, on day 1, when they enter, send them a thank you, blah, blah, blah. On day 7, hey, just checking in on you. Just checking on you. How's that real estate teaching? Here's a little pamphlet. Here goes a little PDF I attached to the email. Day 10, here, automated text message. Hey, this is Alan, just checking in. Did you get my PDF I sent to you? Did you notice I said day 1, day 7, day 10? Why is that important? Why do you think that's important? It's important because you get new clients in every single day, referrals. You got to have that income. You got to have that lead coming in every single day. You got to have leads coming in every single day. So if we put someone in today, and then we say, oh, it's on the first, and then we have to wait 30 days, or we have to wait 15 days, and then how about tomorrow? We get another person. We have to wait. That person doesn't get a day 1 message. No. Every single person gets a plan of attack, and it's set by time. It's set by the time. So day 1, when they get that client, she should, within 24 hours of meeting that new person, hey, automated message goes out. It's really nice meeting you. Let the system do it for you. Let the system work for you. Let it work for you. Let it do its job. Don't try to do everything that don't try to do everything. You'll make yourself go crazy. Let us take the time to set your foundation. This is a part of your foundation. Understanding and taking a grasp on client relationship management tool, CRM, is to say, hey, what is my plan of attack? And let's label a couple of plan of attacks. Okay, urgent buyers, urgent sellers. Long-term buyers, long-term sellers. What's the difference? If someone who's a potential seller, would you be sending them urgent buyer texts and calls and emails? No, you become bothersome. You're not bringing value. But what if the seller said, what if you had a couple of sellers that said, you know what, hey, here goes an email. Hey, John, I heard you're thinking about selling your house in the next couple of months or something. Here goes a little checklist. Here's a checklist that I wrote down for you that I already attached to this email. I sent, it's going to be personalized. Hey, John, I know you're thinking about selling your property soon. I attached a little PDF, your little to-do list to get your house in order. Maybe say, hey, clear the clutter, do a little, spray wash, make sure your garden, check the, check the leaves that come down off the thing and the little gutters. Stuff like that. Because why? Why is that important? Because you're actually adding value. You see that you're actually adding value instead of bugging someone. You have a plan of attack set in place that's assigned to the right person. It's sending them a message that offers value to them, and then it does again a follow up again and then it sends a text again. So we're talking about using a tool that's using automation. And what does that do for you? It takes all that work off your mindset. You just get leads all the time because things are happening for you behind the scenes. So that's something that I teach here at HP Agents. We like to learn more. I mean, I got so much to teach. I mean, we've already been talking for hours, but I think a few of you guys have learned a little bit here at HP Agents, what I have to offer. And yeah, we'll go from there. I think it was a nice little session with you guys. I'm going to try to do more of these with you. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a call, text, whatever. I want to get to those questions so I know I'm not missing anything. I'll talk to y'all soon. God bless. Over and out.